a new home for a while. Let me feel alive.
Hello my friends, it's another wonderful, beautiful day here in the Philippines. In this video, I'm taking a deeper dive into a topic that I've already discussed a few times in past videos. Lately, it seems as guys are getting closer to coming to the Philippines. I get emails and questions I'd already covered in other videos. Having made almost 160 videos, I shouldn't expect everyone to have watched them all or even remember if they have. Coming to the Philippines can be very stressful, especially when thinking about accessing your cash halfway around the world. Now, if you're thinking about using your ATM card here in the Philippines, my best advice is don't even think about it. I'll clearly explain that, so stand by. Even on vacation, you're going to need to know how to access your cash in case of emergency. In this video, I'm going to focus on money, how to get it here, using your ATMs, credit cards, and those types of things, Remitly, etc. when you do get here. Lately, it's been how much cash should I bring, or should I get Philippine pesos from my bank before I come? How am I going to get cash from my account once I'm here? Now, whether you're moving here permanently or just coming from a visit, this is a very important question. So I'm going to answer it in the most important way. The answer is have Remitly on your phone. Have the app installed and ready to use. Okay, so some of you are going to say right now, well, that's not the answer to the question. Yes, it is the answer to the question. I'm going to give you two examples. I've got two guys that I dealt with within a week of them coming or within a day of when they got here. Let's call this first guy Bob. So I was having this conversation with Bob. He asked me the question, and I said, well, you don't really need that much. I said, do you have Remitly on your phone? He said, no. I opened a Schwab account. I have a Schwab ATM, and they're not going to charge me for making ATM withdrawals. Again, I said what you really need is you need to have the Remitly app or Wise or whichever one you want to use on your phone before you come. Okay, so he replied to that as, well, I talked to Schwab, told them I'm going to be traveling. They said it's going to be just fine. Okay, so that was Bob. So let me jump ahead to Archie. And I'll get back to Bob in a minute. So I get a call from Archie. It's probably about 11 o'clock at night. He had just gotten off the plane on his way to the hotel. He goes, hey, I just got my card eaten by the ATM machine. What do I do? Now, Archie was lucky. He had two other accounts. So Archie got to his hotel, and they let him stay there even though he didn't have the cash to pay them. And they only took cash. Now, I'm going to assume you heard that correctly. Like many hotels, his hotel only takes cash. They don't take credit cards. They don't take ATMs. They only take cash. Do not make the mistake that that's unusual. It's very common, actually. The good news is he had two other cards with him. So he signed up for Remitly, went down and got money, and he's been going strong ever since. Now, personally, I've lost two cards over the last 4 years, and some machines just don't like to give them back. They're not exactly maintained at the same standard that you might find in the West. So I guess in his case, he should have brought $100 with him when he came, or maybe 50. Or look at it this way, if you sign up with Remitly and you do get your card sucked up, if you have Remitly, you can be able to continue to use that card to get cash. Now I say Remitly because that's what I use, but there's quite a few other ones, Wise, etc., but just be set up. So getting back to Bob, I explained the story. So I explained to Archie that cards get eaten by the ATM machine. Well, the first thing he says is, well, what company was it? I said it was Bank of America. ATM machines don't discriminate Chase from Schwab, from B of A, from whatever. I mean, if they're going to eat the card, they're going to eat the card because the ATM machine's malfunctioning. I said, well, what is Charles Schwab going to do for you if an ATM sucks up your card? Well, I told him, I said, I had a video that you could look at that covers all that stuff. He goes, yeah, I know, but you never explained why to set up Remitly. So let me explain using ATMs in the Philippines, which is my personal opinion, and that is, don't stick an American credit card or an ATM card in a Philippine ATM machine. Now, Archie is the second guy within 6 weeks who lost his card to an ATM machine. Now, Archie made a few trips back to that branch with the ATM machine and still never got his card back. Now, today he lives in the province, and there's 7 places he can pick up money from Remitly when he sends it to himself within 100 yards. Truth be told, I had that happen to me, and I used Remitly for 18 months without having the physical card in my hand. Now, if you have Remitly, you can leave your card at home as long as you've got your phone with you, and you don't need to run the risk of having it eaten up by an ATM machine that may not be maintained as well as they are in the U.S. Bob said, oh, I had just planned to come to the Philippines and use my ATM as I was traveling around. I said, Bob, Archie lost his ATM card in the very first machine he stuck it in when he got to the Philippines. Imagine that was your Charles Schwab card. Now imagine you had Remitly set up to that Charles Schwab card. You wouldn't need the card. It would not matter. It would have been nothing more than an oh crap on your trip to the Philippines. Now, if you've listened to a lot of videos, I'm sure if you think you can remember that everyone will tell you cash is king. I would say at least 95% of the businesses in the Philippines, and could be way more, do not take ATM or credit cards. They just don't do it. The profit margin in the Philippines is so slim, they just don't take it. So if you're going to do much moving around, when you get to the Philippines, you're going to need cash. Your ATM will not help you. So traveling around the Philippines, planning to use your ATM every time you want a Red Bull just isn't going to happen. Most of the time I use Remitly, I'm typically sending myself $500. Not once in 4 years, including Sundays, have I not been able to get $500 out here in the province. Now, if you listen to a lot of vloggers, you'll hear them tell you that a lot of times these ATMs will run out of money. To answer the question that Bob asked me earlier, I'd bring about $200. Now, if you're going to sleep better, bring more. Maybe 500. I think the last time I came to the Philippines on my way back, I had maybe $35. I changed it into pesos at the airport before I even left, right there at BDO as you come out of getting your baggage. And I probably had, I'm going to say $20, maybe almost 25. And that was when and that got me all the way back to the province to my house. That's bus, that's jeepney, trike, etc. The second tip I have using ATMs or credit cards in the Philippines is never use them to swipe. So if you have to swipe somewhere, don't do it. Just don't do it. And let me explain why. Now I can use my ATM and Remitly will give me X amount of dollars. I can go to SM Clark, some of the biggest stores around. I swipe my card because I want to buy some sheets or towels or whatever. It rejects it. I go to Wilcon, which is like the Home Depot here in the Philippines. Rejection. What I do is I will go get the money on Remitly, and boom, I'm good to go. Why is that? Because bank algorithms will see that it's a foreign purchase. Now, these banks will reimburse you if it's a fraud account that they've paid. So my bank will reimburse me if they paid a fraudulent account, but they also have the right to verify. So they may put a hold on my card until I call in and verify and go through all that mess. Now the last thing I want to do is get my card shut off. That is my access to my funds in my American bank accounts. Now Remitly's corporate office is in Seattle, Washington. So every time I do a transaction with them, I'm doing a transaction between California and Seattle. Now, I use one of the largest banks in the world for 2 different accounts. And as far as I know, they have no idea I'm outside of San Diego. So they always pay through with Remitly. I use it 3 times a month. I'm always getting pretty much exactly $500. So the algorithm knows that's a normal transaction. I don't swipe it, and I don't stick it in a machine, and I'm never doing a foreign transaction that the algorithm may question. Now, you might say, well, I told my bank I was traveling or blah, blah. Well, you know what? Those algorithms are handled by computers, not the lady that you sat and told you were leaving. With many banks, the standard procedure is to flag the account for 60 days as traveling, and then after that, it reverts back to the standard algorithm. Then at some point, we'll decline a transaction it questions if you continue to use it here in the Philippines. I don't stick them in. I don't swipe my cards. I use Remitly. There are several other apps some expats prefer, but since this is my experience, I can only recommend from my personal experience. Remitly is what I used and what I will continue to use. For what it's worth, I was in banking for 35 years. I worked for the largest banks on the planet and also some of the smallest. I do know what I'm talking about. Now, I will use my card when I'm making airline reservations or hotel reservations. But I have it at home. I'm not taking it out with me where it could get lost or, God forbid, a pickpocket, for example. Now, I know that's going to sound a bit confusing since I said most hotels or a lot of hotels don't take credit cards or ATMs. Now, a lot of hotels are set up with Hotel.com, Expedia, Agoda, etc., etc. Now, you can book through those because you're booking online, but the actual hotels, when you get there, they don't have a credit card terminal in the hotel at all. You just can't use it there. But my advice is to have that on your phone just in case hell freezes over or lightning strikes. It's like an insurance policy. Well, that's about what I got for you in this video, my friends. Let me ask a favor. If you're watching and you found this interesting, you found it helpful, please leave a comment on where you're watching from. Are you watching from Canada, United States, etc.? If you never intend to use Wise, Remitly, or any of them, if you have it on your phone, just think of it as an insurance policy.